gentlemen, boys and girls. This is Grumpy Vegan Grandad, and I'm going to tell you something about mustaches. You need to train your mustache.
It's so hard to not abuse animals.
What is so hard?
Carnies can
about not
fuck
abusing
themselves. Go fuck themselves.
This is a show of all vegans. This is a show of all vegans. This is a show of all
Well, you know, it is a beautiful day in Augusta, Georgia. I get my peaches down in Georgia. I get my weed
Georgia.
out in California. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
I know you're a
Georgia.
big Justin Bieber fan.
Yeah, of
so
course. I've got all his LPs.
I bet you do. That doesn't surprise me at all. That he sang that song, I get my peaches out in Georgia. Yeah, that's fresh. I got my weed from California. Yeah, that's shit. Or something like that. I forget how it goes. I know that part about I get my peaches out in Georgia.
How old are you now, Sky?
Too old to listen to Justin Bieber, if that's your point.
How old are you though now?
I'm 44.
Starting to hit the midlife crisis, aren't you?
Yeah. The midlife crisis? No, I hit that years ago. I thought I was only going to live. I was only going to live to 40. I think I hit my midlife crisis at 20.
50 is the new 40. You know that, don't you? And I'm in my mid 40s now.
Yeah, but I always thought I never thought that I'd live very long. Maybe you're different. I don't know. I felt like I was not going to make it to 40. I always felt that way. And so I crammed a lot in. I was so thirsty for life. I wanted to live life to the hilt with the sword all the way in. And yet still made it.
I attempted suicide 3 times when I was 17 to 20 years old.
You attempted?
Thought about it and attempted.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and thank God for the Samaritans. Do you know who the Samaritans are? Do you have them in the US?
I know we have Samaritan laws. What do you mean? Which Samaritans?
Well, the Samaritans are people who sit on the end of a phone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And if you're feeling like you want to do that, you ring them up, and you could ring free from a phone box, which was good because we didn't have mobiles in the day.
The hotline. Yeah, we call it the suicide hotline.
So I'm very sort of I owe my life to them.
So you were thinking about, I didn't think about, I had dark thoughts, but I wasn't always thinking about ending it. Rather, I was always thinking it could be taken away from me at any moment. I always felt.
I had that as well, because it was all linked to my neurodiversity, which I didn't know at the time. My mind, I was being told by my mind that I was a piece of shit, that I was ugly, that no girl had ever liked me, and all this stuff. I had all that going on permanently, and I thought everybody thought like that.
And now you're beating them away with a stick.
Yeah, of course. Every time.
Once you got that vegan of course hat, it was
it makes a big difference.
It makes a big difference indeed.
But do you know something? I've got to tell you this because it'll all go out of my mind. Shut up, Sky. Shut up.
I'm sorry.
Shut up.
Please. I was going to ask you about your mustache, but go ahead.
The mustache. We'll move on to that. I've got loads of segues here. Segues. Listen to me. I've got it all. Right. So my mother-in-law just picked her up. She's been to the doctors because she found blood in her. Right. When she went to the toilet.
This is not real. It's just a joke.
No, it is real. It isn't she went to the doctor.
So I picked up my mother-in-law. Took her to the doctor.
There was an Irishman, a Scottish man, and a Welshman in a pub. Right.
My mother-in-law walks in.
So stop interrupting. So she's been to the doctors today because she suspected she found blood in her number 2s, right? And it wasn't. It was because I made beetroot mash. And I gave her some of my beetroot mash. And 2 days later, of course, because the first time I ever had beetroot, I screamed to the missus 2 days later, like, because I used to drink beetroot juice, and he's like,
Blood
I'm
in my
bleeding from my ass, Christine. Come and help
anus
me.
is bleeding.
What? I'm gonna die. So
My
yeah,
anus is bleeding.
so she's
Yeah.
come back from that. But yeah, it was just so funny. I said, you had that beetroot mash? Yeah, but it was like a couple of days later. I said, yeah, that's when it goes through your system and comes out. I've been for my eyes tested today. And yeah, I need glasses just for reading.
Just for reading, huh?
Yeah, and then I did some shopping, and I bought this. Look at this.
Oh, I like this. What is it?
This is roast chicken.
Roast
Well, it's not roast
chicken.
chicken. Look at that.
That's
Look at
great.
that.
I love it.
And I've also got a turkey with cranberry stuffing, a turkey breast for Christmas in the freezer, ready for the
vegan turkey breast.
vegan turkey. All vegan. This is all vegan. This isn't. It says this isn't roast chicken and stuffing.
Oh, I like it. I like it very much.
And he's like, get confused. Oh, I had some plants yesterday, and they made it look like chicken. The vegan bastard.
Grumpy Vegan Granddad, I've got a video for you real fast. Okay, hold on a second.
Go on.
Only a minute.
Dance! Everybody dance!
This is right up your alley. Cheer you up a little bit. Everybody dance. I like these guys.
Life is good!
Life is good. This is the story of my life right here.
This is fun!
You're gonna. This is.
My anus is bleeding! My anus is bleeding! For the love of God and all that is holy, my anus is bleeding!
All right. Well, there you go. Don Hertzfeld, ladies and gentlemen, always a good way to start the morning. Don Hertzfeld. So you just reminded me of that because is when you first drank beet juice. This is what you experience, and what a lot of people experience in the vegan community. They start eating beets for the first time, and all of a sudden they're like, "My anus," because they start out like, "Life is good. Veganism is grand."
Well,
And
I'm
then-
gonna roast my beetroots later. I'm gonna roast them, and then I'm gonna mash them up with mashed potato.
You sound like you're getting ready for Thanksgiving. Of course, it's something that's already passed in this.
Oh
country.
no! I mean, the thing is, Sky. The next time we meet up, right? The accelerated Holocaust season of bad will to all living things apart from humans, or even some humans, will be over, and that I will be going way because I hate this time of year.
You do.
Hate it.
You
Can't
don't
wait for
like
it to be over.
you don't like the sleigh bells ring.
Oh, I'm getting anxiety. I'm getting anxiety already because it's like 3 weeks away, and I just can't wait. I've even rung work up and said, "Listen, can I work over Christmas?" Well, there's nothing open. Well, let me work. I don't want to be part of this shit.
Put something up.
Yeah, we'll find
I've
something.
always worked on Christmas, of course, my entire life, and now my mom died. I left the industry, and now I have it off. And of course, every time Christmas comes around, I'm like, you know what? Sucks. The whole time my mom was alive, I never celebrated Christmas with her on the day of Christmas, except for like her last Christmas. Her last Christmas I did because the pandemic was on, you know.
Guy, you really need to comb your mustache.
My mustache. Well,
Yeah, you need to comb it more.
I'll comb it more often. The thing is, I do this show.
It's so hard to do it backwards.
That's what she's. So the.
I love
So
listen, people, I love putting Sky off. It's so easy. Honestly, I love it. I love it.
is it?
And I
Yeah.
keep sending him lovely little videos of these little mountain dwelling dwarves singing.
That's
And
for
yeah, he
Christmas.
loves it.
I thought it was
He
a
loves
Christmas
it.
thing. There were Christmas elves, right? You're doing it's like your version of Elf on a Shelf. You keep sending me videos of elves singing in the
I just
mountains.
keep finding anything really annoying that I can send you. That's the
I don't find them annoying. The joke's on you. I find them wonderfully
Oh,
entertaining.
I'm gonna find something else then to send.
I use Dr. Lip Bang's mustache balm and wax, and it does great. I love it. It's vegan. It says it right there on the label. I think that's pretty cool. When I did my first tour, it was really hard because I would go, I forgot it, and then I went to like Target and stuff, and all of their mustache and beard stuff has either honey wax in it or honey wax, bee wax or
Yeah.
something that isn't vegan in it. It was quite annoying. So I have a vegan product that I enjoy very much called Dr. Lip Bang, because it's bangs on your lips. Get it? Actually, you don't call them bangs, do you? What do you call it? Fringe. It'd be
Fringe,
like
but we're adopting Americanisms all the time over here. It's getting really annoying.
well, don't be grumpy about that. America's, that's part of our imperialism. It's just a slow burn.
Son, it's not a gas station. It's a fucking petrol station. It's not a mall. It's a shopping center. Get it right, for God's sake.
Well, I wouldn't. Well, malls are dead anyway. What are you worried about? I guess like a petrol station. It's so annoying to say that petrol station. Gas station is so much quicker. It's snappier.
It doesn't sell gas though, does it? It sells petrol.
It smells gasoline. We're not gonna say it all out. You might have called a P station. If you had gone and called it a pet station or something like that, then maybe, or P station, maybe you would have gotten somewhere. The British, they're not into brevity, are they?
What does brevity mean?
Brevity is the soul of wit, said Shakespeare. Brevity means that you shorten, like brevity is the soul of wit means like rather than say I disagree, just say no. You never heard like what was Big Lebowski? He said, "It's the dude, man. My name is the dude." Or you could call me El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing.
All right, I get it now. That explains it well. Thank you for that one. Right, I got you. I was sounding like Reasonable Vegan then. I got you. You didn't get me.
Is that what he says? Reasonable Vegan does that? I don't watch this. Is he still on? He's still doing stuff?
I don't know. I've not even looked. I've had a bit of a layback month, and I've concentrated on my acting and trying to get my money from Poland, which is getting a bit of a ball ache. And but in my acting class, I've been moved up to the top class now. I found out last night I'm being moved up, which is a bit of a milestone for me because because I found it really hard. I've got to work twice as hard as everybody else in the class for various reasons.
To work twice as hard means twice the reward.
Well, it's not. I've got to work twice as hard for the same reward as people.
The same, perhaps, monetary award, but the same rewarding. The experience will be more rewarding for you.
Mm.
Dan,
I forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
So you haven't got your money from Poland for that porn you made over there, and now you're so you need to get that. I told you not to do business with those guys. You know what? The porn industry is really difficult to navigate.
So it means I grew this mustache for nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Well, not for nothing.
It's only good cause.
I mean, porn can be its own reward in many ways, but you might not get paid for it. Dan, have you been following? Go ahead.
Go on. Sorry, go on. You carry on. This is the problem as well.
Have you been following vegan world stuff? Are you interested in anything going on in the vegan world?
Like I said, I've been taking a step back.
Well, I heard that what's it called? The movie with Joaquin Phoenix has been a big hit in Europe. It's not really making many waves here in America, but in England and France, they're going nuts for it.
Which movie?
Napoleon.
Is it about Napoleon?
It turns out, yes. Turns out the movie called Napoleon is actually about Napoleon.
Right. Okay. So, why did you precede that with saying, what about the vegan world?
Well, Joaquin Phoenix is vegan. People are kind of pissed off that he's riding horses in it, but he is wearing a plant-based hat, which...
riding horses, it's still a bit of a thing, isn't it, that? still a bit of a thing. It's like I've been on set where there's been horse and carts. You know, what do you do? What do you do? Do you refuse? Do you?
Yeah.
Would you do right? So that means anybody who works in the supermarket refuses to check out meat.
Well, I don't know. Like, I guess like there's a difference between people who might feel like they're forced into something and people who are Joaquin Phoenix. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I just was wondering if you'd seen it or if you've heard
I
anything
suppose
about
you're right. I suppose he could pull a few strings and you know
See, I knew
is
one-
the draw.
He's the draw. He's the movie star. I heard that once you know, I was worried that once they closed that Pilgrim's Pride that you were just gonna not do anything anymore.
Thank you for saying that. Right, so no, we're moving up to the Morrison's mega slaughterhouse. I'm actually going next week, and we are also Manchester Pig Save. I am sort of a satellite member of Manchester Pig Save. We are trying to organise a sort of competitor to Vegan Camp Out, where it's not going to be a camp out, but it's going to be a day of concerts and music and poetry. And
I like those things.
Yeah, because we've got nothing. I mean, it's going to be an annual event in the north, and we're going to start pretty small, 500 to 1,000 people.
Ooh,
but we're going to try and get that.
Size.
We're going to try and get that kicked off.
500 to 1,000 people is a big size crowd for the first time out. The first outing.
But what we've got to do, we've got to find out the threshold, because once you go over a threshold, then you've got to think about fencing, security. Whereas when it's like the first Woodstock, it was like a farmer's field. Get people to come.
But it always seems like people forget about bathrooms. I always say, you know what? Think about bathrooms first. Where are the bathrooms going? Because otherwise you'll be stepping and swimming in other people's shit. But other than that, I mean, fences and the rest of it, as long as everyone's safe, you're pretty good. Bathrooms, though. Bathrooms.
Yeah, that is a point.
Yeah. I mean, some of the most unsafe shit we do, pun not intended, is touch each other's shit. This is like one of the most unsafe things we do. Blood, shit, and urine. If you stay away from body fluids, you could make it up until like you might make it, into your 90s. Turns out.
I wouldn't bother about touching vegan shit or piss.
You'd probably be all right because at least it wouldn't have the E. coli, right? But you might have other things, bloodborne pathogens, and the rest.
How did we go down this?
You're having an event. What's the event called?
It hasn't even got a name yet, Sky. It doesn't. It's in the let's talk about this stage. So
it's the Manchester Pig Save. Let's talk about it. Event.
It's an idea, and obviously put it out there. And if people have got experience, if people have got ideas, throw them over to me or to Sky to pass them on to me. Yeah,
I like this idea. At 500 to 1,000 people. Now, it's funny because I really want to do next year a VOC VFF fest, a VFF fest, and have like anyone who can come. And we'll sell some tickets or something and like have poetry and music and the rest, fly Sweet Goose out, have like an event of people who have been on the show and try to get speakers.
Get Morbius Loop. What about the guy who's done your theme music?
Yeah, absolutely. Scott can come. That would be pretty cool.
See? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, how cool would that be to have like music and
Morbius Loop? I'm in contact with Morbius Loop. I'm a good friend
with them. Would be amazing. In fact, he needs to come on the show. What the heck?
What Morbius Loop?
Yeah,
you'll never get Morbius Loop. The transient.
Transient. I'm transient.
Yeah, they're more transient than you are, and they've been transient for longer than you have in this van, this multicolored psychedelic van that turns into.
They clearly have an internet collection, internet connection.
They do. Yeah. But I mean, good luck trying to contact them. Let's put it that way. Good luck trying to contact them.
Well, challenge accepted, my friend.
Yeah, you do.
But I was hoping to have like 100 people show up. You're talking about 500 to 1,000.
I mean, well, we've done 2 already. We've done an event outside the gates of Pilgrim's Pride with Morbius Loop. Bloodshite and urine.
Why can't you help me contact them?
I will do. Just mention my name. Mention my name, mate, and they will they will do it. But bloodshot urine, yeah, just drink milk if you want that. If you enjoy that stuff,
Yeah,
just
we
drink
could
milk
have
if
we
you
could
want
have
bloodshot urine.
tear down the sky there to keep everyone brought back down. We had Basla CL on the show yesterday and last night, and it was pretty fun. You know who that is?
No, who's that?
Basla CL? I thought you knew who he was. Sorry, never mind. Grumpy.
Yes.
So that's a really exciting thing to have an event that you're thinking about making. I love it. So I'll be expecting my my invitation to be a guest speaker, and I'll be open.
Yeah, but when you do yours, right, you're inviting all these people over.
Yeah,
you missed someone out.
Who did I miss out?
Me.
Grumpy V Granddad, you know you're invited anyways.
Oh,
All
right,
the
okay.
VFFs. I said all the people on the show, all the people who've been on the show, some music.
Can you fly us over? Yeah.
Figure it out. I don't know. Like maybe we can. Who knows? Like there might be something. Maybe there's a what do you call that? A veg fund grant that I can do.
I've got a friend who's an airline pilot. He's the vegan pilot. He's on Instagram.
A vegan pilot.
Yeah, he does a lot of actions. Yeah, we could hijack a plane. No,
don't do skyjack a plane, but you could. Maybe we can charter a plane and we use him as a pilot. That could happen.
Yeah,
the sky is open.
Sky's the limit.
The sky's the limit, and it's vegan. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Look, we've got lots of people here. Jonesy LaFay is in the house.
Hey, Jones LaFay.
So you probably don't know, but I wanted to mention that today is National Gazpacho Day, and I know you love gazpacho as much as I do. I did a gazpacho video. It's weird that it's December 6th, though, because I always think of gazpacho as a summer soup, don't you?
Are you talking to me?
Yes. What the fuck are you? Yes.
I thought gazpacho was some sort of one of American comedian or something, or a magician. What the frig's gazpacho when it's at home? Gazpacho. It's not one of the Three Stooges.
It's a cold tomato soup. It is one of the Three Stooges, the least funny after Carl. Not one of the Three Stooges, one of the Marx brothers. Gazpacho Marx. There's Karl Marx. Yeah, that's Larry Moe and Curly. Absolutely, Curly. You kind of look like Curly, come to think of it. So happy National Gazpacho Day, Grumpy Vegan Granddad. I'm glad you're here for it. And I have a video about gazpacho that I think you're probably going to like, and you'll learn all about why gazpacho is so wonderful.
I'm not going to like anything. I'm not going to like anything you do from this point on.
Do you guys celebrate St. Nicholas Day there?
Are you talking to me?
Hello? Yes. I'm talking to you. What are you talking?
You compared me to Curly out of the Three Stooges, Sky.
What's the big idea?
Your shoelace is undone, mate. Your shoelace is undone. Oh my God. I don't care about gazpacho. I don't care.
Do you celebrate St. Nicholas Day there?
No, who's St. Nicholas?
Don't worry about it.
Does he wear knickers? Is he Nicholas?
Nicholas. He's St. Nicholas. Like he doesn't wear knickers.
Isn't he the
Nicholas?
Isn't he the one is he the one who's for travelers? He's the patron saint of travelers.
That's Saint Michael, I think. But
who is Saint Nicholas?
Or Saint Jacob's is the patron saint of pilgrims. Michael is the patron saint of travelers, right? Saint Nicholas is like jolly old Saint Nick, the fat guy who brings kids presents on your favorite day of the year.
You mean the Coca-Cola man?
The Coca-Cola man, bingo.
Ah, right, yeah.
He dresses up in Coca-Cola colors and brings American goodwill and wealth to the rest of the planet.
Yeah, and carbonated, caffeine-laced, sugar-filled drinks to everybody to make them all ill.
Bringing American generosity to the rest of the world, Saint Nicholas, because he was obviously invented by us.
I hope you quit that vape, Grandad. It's not good for your lungs. Well, I've had a scan and my lungs are absolutely clear. I've been on it for 15 years. I've run 12 miles. It's not doing me any harm at the moment, but I am addicted to nicotine. and my neurological disorder means that I get easily addicted to things. So it's
So
the one
Saint
last thing. I
Nicotine's
don't
Day.
drink anymore. I don't take drugs anymore. I don't fight anymore. Please leave me with something. Yes, it's going to hurt my health a little bit, but please leave me with something.
Hold the phone. You don't drink at all?
No, very rarely. Maybe
No wonder you
one
have a
can a
wandering
month.
mind. Yeah, I have so I on this tour, because on the last tour I was sleeping in the same hotel room with another guy, and so it's a little harder. So I would drink a few beers to fall asleep, you know. And so I've tried not to drink as much on this tour, and so I've been drinking ginger beer, which is like a really strong ginger ale, basically. Have you ever had it?
I
Talking to me.
ginger. Talking to me? Are you chewing
Talking
a
to
brick?
me.
It's talking to me. You're chewing a brick. Either way, you'll lose your teeth, boy.
No, I get the sugar-free. It's sugar-free. It's sugar-free ginger beer.
You can take those nicotine patches that you keep in mouth like Swedes. Yeah, them nicotine patches that you put in your mouth can cause mouth cancer as well. So
Nicotine's dangerous. Yes. And also, I mean, how about the nicotine patches? Do you like those? You could sleep with those right on your heart.
I need.
and then have nasty dreams.
I just need something. I wish people could understand ADHD. I wish people could understand. It's a thing to play with. I've got to fill it up. It keeps me. It's just. Come on, just forget about the nicotine, right? I'm addicted to nicotine. I'm not giving it up, right? Okay. I'm a good boy now, apart from the nicotine. So just people on the chat, just stay away from the nicotine.
What flavor do you get?
All sorts. I've got Coca-Cola. I've got Ribena. I've got pineapple.
Coca-Cola, just like the Coca-Cola man that we were just on St. Nicholas
Coca-Cola
Day,
flavor,
today.
yeah.
December 6th is St. Nicholas Day, and happy St. Nicholas Day, happy Mr. Coca-Cola Day. I'm very proud of you that you have the American goodwill and wealth spread your way. It's too close.
We're getting great. Oh, why have you done that?
Because you're too close. You're creeping me out. No one wants to see you that close. So, Grumpy.
Yeah. Listen, I've had a month of being down in the dumps and depressed and like I've been. Do you know what? Do you know something? What happened to me last night, Sky? I was thinking about something. My mind was going on. You know when you get an earworm,
yes,
and you get the same song going round in your head. I had a line of thinking last night, and what happens is I start imagining. I see it in pictures. I see things in pictures, and I'm watching this movie roll. And I walk down the same street. I've been going to this acting class for a year. Every Tuesday, get off the tram, walk to this point, turn right, walk to another point, turn right, and I'm there at the acting class, right? It takes me 20 minutes. I walked while this was going on in my mind. And then when I came to, which is what you do, you sort of come to, I didn't know where it was, Sky. I got lost. And I turned around and thought, where the fuck am I? And I couldn't work out where it was. A really, really scary. I thought, is my mind finally just like cracked? Is it gone? Have I got Alzheimer's or something? I just thought I felt lost. And anyway, I found my way back, but I've done it in my wagon as well. You know, I've gone into this sort of trance, and I've seen the signs from Manchester where I need to come off. Yeah. And then the next one up is Blackpool. That means you've gone 30 miles past where you need to be. And I've ended up thinking, I'm at Blackpool. What am I doing here? Oh, it's really scary sometimes.
That is kind of scary. Maybe you need one of those wake up. They used to make these things for long haul drivers that would it'd be a radar detector. I don't know if you guys do that, but we had radar detectors, but you could also set it so like every 15 minutes it'll make a loud sound and kind of like snap you out of it and wake you up.
The wagons have these things, and and basically, if you sway over the white line in the road, it goes.
Yeah, we call it
on the speaker.
Strip.
Yeah. No, but it comes through your speakers.
Oh, weird.
Your radio cuts out and it plays this electronic sound that goes like that. But mine isn't. I'm not paying attention. I've not fallen asleep at the wheel.
Yeah,
I'm completely coherent.
But someone's got to snap you out of it.
Yeah. But that wouldn't, because I get used to it, you know.
Well, what do you listen to on the road? My podcast mostly. You mostly listen to my podcast?
I'm not telling you because it might get me in trouble with the police. What I do in my car.
What would you watching? You watching videos?
No. I don't watch Netflix and I don't watch YouTube while
Okay,
I'm
but
driving the wagon.
what are you listening to when you're in the wagon?
I'm listening to Netflix and listening to YouTube when I'm in the wagon.
Oh my
Listen
gosh.
to it. I listen to it.
Well, that's a bad habit, isn't it?
I only listen. I don't watch.
Well, maybe you should get a fucking. Oh my god. Maybe you should get an Audible subscription or something, man. It's not
I have
expensive.
got, yeah. You buying me? You got loads of money.
Yeah. Yeah, me. I'm so far in debt. I can feel it. I can feel debt creeping up my back. Debt is an evil monster that's crawling up my back all the time.
Alpha Sophie says, "Are you a dad, Grumpy?" I'm a granddad. That's why I'm called Grumpy Vegan Granddad. So yes, I am a dad and a granddad.
Yeah.
Don't worry, people. I'm only joking. I don't do anything dangerous at the wheel. I only listen. I listen to podcasts and stuff like that.
Well, you know,
Only
I
joking.
thought truck drivers are very much into amphetamines. They've got a long history of amphetamine use. It must be.
I don't do jobs that last that long and would negate the need. And amphetamines wouldn't do nothing to me. They would literally make me neurotypical. And this is why I get prescribed amphetamines.
So I watched a movie called Priscilla yesterday. Have you heard of it?
Queen of the Desert.
No, it's actually Elvis's wife. Who?
Oh right, okay. Who didn't he marry her at 13?
He met her at, I think she was 17 when he met her. Yeah, or 16. No, she was 14. She was in her 9th grade. Yeah, she was in 14 when they met. How crazy is that?
Yeah. So Elvis was basically a pedophile.
Well, according to her book that she wrote about him, that they didn't seal the deal until they had been together for quite some time.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
but he was
right.
out. He was out with a bunch of other women all the time. I don't know why he was so fixated on her, but Priscilla Presley.
I mean, we all get fixated on someone, don't we? I mean, it's amazing who you can sort
Not
of
a
like, get
14-year-old.
fixated on. Not a 14-year-old. That's not legit, is it? There's something wrong there.
I mean, it paints Elvis Presley as this like very insecure kind of, I got the temper of my mama. By the way, is Elvis Presley the last person who sounded sexy with a Southern accent? I think so. I think he's the only person to ever sound sexy with a Southern accent. Thank you very much. Now,
I think the Southern accent sounds sexy anyway.
You do?
Yeah, but I mean,
well, like Dolly Parton's got a sexy accent when she talks.
No, she
yeah.
Dolly Parton, you think has a sexy accent?
Yeah.
Okay. Reba McEntire.
Well, it's new. It's new, isn't it? You know.
I don't know. Southern accents to me just sounds like you're an ignorant hick, and it's always been something where Elvis has gotten away with it because he's so rock star. But thank you.
Most celebrities are awful till death us do part. An oath has lost all meaning. Yeah. Well, hey, speaking, I wanted to show you something. Right. Okay. Here we go. Here's the thing for you. This'll. Right. Share screen. Right. So there's this guy who's a local actor called Kelvin Fletcher, and I used to see him all the time in the gym. Can you share that screen for me?
Oh, sure, of course.
And he's in a TV soap called Emmerdale, which is like the country version of Coronation Street, and it's based in a fictional place called Emmerdale Village. And Kelvin played, I think it was, who did he play? He played Andy Sugden, who was basically a farmer.
Okay,
now,
so there's a farmer in this show called Emmerdale.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay.
So then,
God damn! Look at this town that you've got this picture of. It looks like a hobbit. You guys live like hobbits over there.
Yeah, that's what all the villages like around near me look like. They're all stone buildings. They're lovely. Now
people still live in them. They live in old stone buildings. Human beings.
Yeah. Honestly, that's what we do.
Aren't they built like little? They got to duck in and be like, "Oh yes, would you like some tea?
Would you like a cup of tea?"
Oh
and then,
yes, would you like a cup of tea?
Shut up, Sky, for fuck's sake! Right,
You'll have had your tea after a long journey, haven't you?
Oh, you're getting annoying, you know. Right. So then he went on. Have you heard of Strictly Come Dancing?
No.
It's a TV show where celebrities team up with proper dancers, and
we call it Dancing with the Stars here.
Don't
who's the celebrity? Dan, which one's the celebrity?
That guy, the guy, the guy in blue.
Okay.
So,
all right. So now we've seen a man dance.
So this same guy. So he's played Andy Sugden in Emmerdale for 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
He played a farmer. Then he went on Strictly Come Dancing, and he Home Fifth is amazing. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Nice to see you, Big D Vapes. How are you, buddy? He's a trucker
Is
as
that
well.
where you buy your vapes? Is that
no? He's a bit of a distance away from me, so it wouldn't be sort of feasible for me to go and see him. But he's a nice guy. He has got a thing if you're interested in getting addicted to nicotine.
No, I'm not. I could take or leave most things. It's weird that I'm weird that way.
So this guy, he's a local guy. He did well. He spent 20 years on Emmerdale. Absolute shitload of money in the bank from that. He's won Strictly Come Dancing. He's got all the promotion.
Strictly Come Dancing.
Strictly Come Dancing. Yeah, there is some jokes you can use for that.
Strictly Come Dancing. COM. I don't understand.
COME. Yeah. There used to be a show called Come Dancing, and it was basically old people dancing, and it just showed them dancing. And well, this is like a show with 4 judges. It's like the X Factor, but for ballroom dancing.
Yeah, we have the same show. It's called Dancing with the Stars, but I've never heard of it called Strictly Come Dancing. Those 3 words they seem like non-congruous words that you guys just threw together. Like
well, that's the English language that you
Strictly Come Dancing.
Look, you stick to your bastardized version of English, right? And just sit comfortable with that, right? We speak proper English.
My new show is called Protein Shake Book Laptop. That's my new show. Do you guys just put like words in a hat and pull them out and like, oh, that sounds like a great idea for a show. You'll have had your tea though. You'll have had your tea.
Where's that character from? What part of England's that character from?
It's just I was more doing
Australians.
Sorry, I slipped into an Australian.
Right, so
you'll have had your tea. You'll have had your tea, love. Sorry. Okay, so Strictly Come Dancing. So this guy is on Strictly Come Dancing. What's the punchline?
So he's out Strictly Come Dancing. So this guy, guess what he does next? Have a guess. See if anybody can guess what he does next.
What does he do next? Porn.
Show you.
Michael, musical vegan beast. I don't have a dancing bone in my body. He makes music, but he doesn't dance. I don't dance.
You ready?
Ready.
Is a very important day. We're off to see our great pal Kelvin Fletcher, a new entrant to farming. We're going to give him a little bit of form of a new ram.
I think it's an early Christmas present.
Anton the Tup has got loads of miles left on the clock. Anton doesn't get as much use as he used to. We've got lots of his daughters in the flock. So sending him to Kelvin to improve his genetics and give Anton a lovely life is a nice thing to do and a nice Christmas present.
Well, I've heard it's a lovely farm, and I'm sure he's going to settle right in.
It's nice to see a new young lad joining the industry, forging a future on the farm with Liz, and it'd be great to catch up with them again and give them the gift.
So Kelvin Fletcher's an animal abuser now.
So he's basically what he's done. He's gone to Germany. He's gone over to Poland, and then he's basically bought Auschwitz and opened it again. That's what he's done. And it's like, why would you, when you've got all that money, right? Why would you go into something? He's a city boy like me, so I can understand him wanting to move to the country. But why would you want to go into an industry, an oppressive industry like that? That is more work, hard work. Is it the challenge of the work? What is it that he wants to do? He's got sheep, he's got pigs, he's got chickens. Jeremy Clarkson.
He did.
Is he doing it because he's got a TV show now called Kelvin's Farm? So he's actually got a reality. Oh,
it is. Yeah, it's money. It's always money.
It's always money. It's always money.
And to use an animal. Oh, it's good.
It's just,
what does that mean when he's got miles to go on top? What the hell does that mean? He's got miles to go on top. Does that mean like he's going to grow lots of Anton's got miles to go on top? I didn't understand that term. It's stuck out.
I didn't understand it. I weren't really sort of listening.
Farmers in England, I can't understand what the hell they're saying. It's like It's hard to understand
that-
farmers in America, but farmers in England, it's like they're
Well,
totally
that's
speaking a different
that's
language.
Yorkshire accent, that lad. You know, they come from over at Moors. So
Oh, put the wood,
that's
the oil. Put the
that's
wood
the-
in the oil.
No, that's not Scottish. Don't do Scottish. What are you doing?
No,
not even English.
Beetlejuice is from Yorkshire, and he would do a Yorkshire accent, and he said that when to shut the door, you say, "Put the wood in the hole." To
Oh,
shut
Laurie.
the door.
Oh, put wood in Thal. Put wood in
Put
Thal.
wood in full.
My mum used to say that. Put wood in Thal. What are you doing?
That means shut the door.
Yeah.
Put
Well, it's a
wood
piece
in
of-
full.
Well, it's a piece of wood, and it blocks up a hole. So you put the piece of wood in the hole, don't you?
Yeah, yes, you do. I suppose if you were born 500 years ago, yeah. Put the wood in the hole. I shall
Put-
thump thee if thou don't put the wood in the hole.
Put wood
I
in
shall
Thal.
thump thee.
Put wood in
Wood
Thal, lad.
hole.
One. I went over to Yorkshire working when I used to be on the shovel. Do you know what a shovel is?
I know what a shovel is. Like
Right,
like
okay, thank you.
tool to dig a
So I
hole.
used to be on the shovel. So I basically dug in the roads. Right. I used to be really
Oh, you were
hard.
like on a
graft.
backhoe. You were shoved. You had like a
No,
like
no,
a
manual
steam
digging.
shovel.
Oh, because it was on
okay.
electric cables. You couldn't use a digger on electric cable.
Mm.
And this lad says, "Here, lad, come over here, jump in that oil." I'm
The
like,
oil.
What oil? He says, "This oil here, jump in it." And I'm looking around for this patch of fucking oil. What's he on about? Hole, he meant.
Oh yeah, put the wood in the oil. That's what I've heard. Put the wood in the oil. That's what Beetlejuice told me. It was what Yorkshire uses. Miles of use.
There you go.
Ooh,
Thanks,
what this-
Laura.
Miles to go on top. Lots of use to go. Like means they could still use him a lot. Poor Anton the sheep is going
Laura's
to
my lovely Lebanese mate.
cash machine is hole on the wall.
All on the wall, yeah. All in the wall, yeah. That's what we call cash machines.
Put
Hole in
wood
the
in the
wall.
hole would mean something sexual probably here in America. Where I'm putting
you-
wood in the hole means something entirely different. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah, when
In
you
Oklahoma
come to
means
when you come to the UK, Sky, again, if you want to know where the cash machine is, just ask for the hole in the. Where's the nearest hole in the wall?
I'm sure if I asked for the ATM, they would know what I meant. But
No, hole in the wall.
I'm not going to go to England and talk like it's 1623. It's I'm not going to do that. I'll be happy to adopt any customs you'd like that don't involve using animals, of course. But I will not give up my modernity, for God's sake. Act like a
It is modern. It's cash machine. They've only been around like 40
the
years.
hole in the wall.
All in wall. Not all in the wall. All in wall.
Hole in wall.
All in wall. Int. All in wall.
I think it's ridiculous. I think that it's very sad that the English just have been left behind of this world. The world has progressed so far, and the English have just been left behind.
You call the US progressive? You call the fucking United States of America progressive? Really? Really?
We are the most progressive.
You've got to run around with guns, for
furthest-
God's sake. You're all
furthest ahead
fruitcakes.
country.
You're a bunch of fruitcakes. Every other person is about 95 stone. You're
Look,
like, oh my God.
That is a marker of modernity.
I'm surprised you United States hasn't sunk into the fucking sea the weight of all the population of your country.
There are quite a few of us as well, and we are heavier. But don't fat shame the Americans now.
Shaming them. I'm just stating a fact.
Body shaming, just joking. I don't care. I mean, yes, but I'm from California, and right now I'll tell you what, Grumpy, I'm visiting Georgia. I just got through. I was in Tennessee. I've been all over the country in the last
I just love
in the
all
last
these
week.
names, mate. I love
went to
all these names. Tennessee. I'd love to
Arkansas.
drive across the US. I'd love to do that.
I
Route
did that last
66.
weekend. Last weekend, I drove 66. I drove almost all of 66 now. I there's probably a patch or two in Route 66 that I haven't been on, but I have driven all of Route 66. I think I can declare victory on that one. And I've been all across America now, twice in the last few months. But I drove last weekend. That's what I did. I drove across America. And let me tell you, dude, there's parts where you're like, this is not the same country as the one I'm from. It's just completely different. And there's other ones where every city in America looks exactly the same. America has the ugliest cities in the world.
Oh, I think we've got some contenders for that, mate.
You probably do.
Believe me.
But we have like
Oldham for one.
But at least your cities, because I've been to some English cities, they all have they're all a bit different from one another. You wouldn't say that Manchester looks exactly like Hull, or that Hull looks like Birmingham, or you wouldn't say that these cities look alike. London's different because it's different than any other. Like there's a few exceptions, like San Francisco, London, DC. There's cities that are totally outside in a different fucking league. But most cities in America are identical. They have the same chains. You drive into town, there's a Target, a Kohl's.
That's getting like the UK, mate.
Oh my god,
that's getting just like the UK. You've got
Starbucks.
People are shopping outside of town now, so they go into the like the out of town sort of shopping areas.
Like
they're all the
county.
same. Yeah, you've got your McDonald's, you've got your KFC, you've got your
Nike store,
got your TFI Fridays, you've got your your sofa shops. It's just, I drove through Poland. I drove through Lodz in Poland on my way to set, and if I hadn't been driving on the incorrect side of the road, because it's only British do it right and Australia, I could have sworn I was in Manchester. It's very much the same, red brick buildings and all the stuff like that. But like you said, the villages, we still got the little villages, and thank God we've got them, the stone built sort of little villages, because
we have some
they've
of
all
that
got their own
shit,
character.
too. We've got our ghost towns and our like little towns that are barely hanging on, stuff like that. But most cities you drive to in America, they're damn near identical. And it gets to the point where you're like, I've seen one, like today I'm going to tomorrow I'll be going to a Chick-fil-A, because guess what? Every Chick-fil-A needs. I'm driving. Have you heard about what I'm doing now? I'm driving my chicken truck.
Yeah, I saw the videos, mate. I saw the videos. I enjoyed that guy who came out giving you a load of.
Yeah, I kind of got shit for that one. Like they don't want me to talk like that to people, and so I'm gonna have to like hang back a little.
Well, you're
bit
being
more.
Censored.
No, censored. I have a job, I'm not supposed to be. At the end of the day, it's still a job, so I got to do my.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, if they're gonna fund you to do it, then I suppose you've got to play by the rules.
If they're paying, the only people that get to tell me what to do are the people who pay for the pleasure, or if you have a badge and a gun. Those two people and those two types of people in the world get to tell me what to do. Everybody else can fuck off, can get fucked. Hey, can I just point something out though? I don't know if you've noticed, but this shirt is making me look ripped. And I'll tell you, like on this trip, another thing, I got these like lifting welfarist logic. He recommended these like exercise bands, and so I've been working out with those and going to the gyms in these hotels. And dude, I feel like, you ever feel like when you start working a week in, you feel like you have immediate results, like you're coming back right away?
Did you used to do gym work a while back?
On and off, I've been like, I've get these spurts where I'm going intensely into it.
I mean, muscle memory is a thing. It lays dormant in your muscles as you lose definition. But yeah,
I feel like I have like the definition in my shoulders and chest are like coming back immediately. It's crazy. Like I couldn't believe it in the traps as well. I feel like Jesus. And then I put the shirt on and I feel like the way the shirt's falling on me, I look like Vegan Gains up in here.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
I look exactly like Vegan Gains.
You look like one of Vegan Gains' thighs. You're about the size of one of Vegan Gains' thighs. Don't even compare yourself to him, man.
I found out that dude is way taller than I thought. He's actually scary tall. He's 6'3".
Yeah, he's 6. Yeah. He's a big guy.
I was watching one of his live streams. He's 6'3". He weighs as much as I do. I'm almost 6'5", but he weighs about I think he weighs 200. He weighs a little less than me, but he's gotten like 0% body fat, like I'm a fat pig and he's like, ripped. But I think I weigh 220. I weigh 230, 225, depending on what time of day you catch me. When I saw Sky is ripped though, when I saw him in person, he lifted a car on the way out of the hotel. Well, I mean, the car just needed a push, and it was, there was snow on the road. It was a little easy to push the car. It just needed a push. Yeah. Anyway, 260 pounds. Who's 260?
What's
I'm
that in
not too
stone? I don't understand 260 pounds.
Vegan Gains is 260. Okay, so Vegan Gains is like 35 pounds heavier than me, and I think he's 2 inches shorter than me. So that's the goal. That's the goal. I need to get really big. Laura Griffiths, muscle memory.
18 stone. Jesus.
That's what I weigh right now, or what's 18
No,
stone?
that's 260 pounds is 18 stone.
Yeah, so
18
I weigh
and a half stone. Wow.
I weigh 230. So what's that? What's 230 in stone?
230.
Like I've always
Oh,
been
it's
a
done in
big,
kilograms.
I've always been like a strapping guy. Like
16 stone.
16 stone. That's me. Yeah.
Wow.
16 stone.
16 stone. I was 16 stone at my peak. Pure
Yeah,
muscle.
but you're not going to be 6'5" either. How tall are you?
I'm 6'1".
Okay, so you're 2 inches short. So you're 2 inches shorter than Vegan Gains, and Vegan Gains is 2 inches shorter than me. So I mean,
I'm 13 stone now, and I haven't been to the gym for 2 months, and it's been revamped, the gym. So in January, I'm going to start again, and I'm going to smash the gym. But what you need to do is you need to get some vegan protein powder and feed those muscles, and you will see a lot of results if you do that as well. You want to try and get about 100 grams of protein a day now.
Well, I got this from the dollar store. It's called plant-based organic blend protein.
How much per serving? How many grams of protein in that per serving?
Well, I'll tell you, 20 grams
per serving.
Yes.
So you want a couple of scoops of that in, and then some tofu is like 20 grams of protein. So there's 60 grams of protein.
Is that
so
how
the
much
rest
I
of your
need?
food? No, I'd say about 100 grams a day to start with. 100 grams of protein a day.
Oof, I don't know how much. Well, I don't know if I'm
If you throw peanut butter in that, that's another 10 grams peanut butter.
I snack on peanuts. I snack on peanuts. That's what I snack on.
Peanut butter.
I have a jar of peanut butter in the car.
Yeah, peanut butter's really good. Tofu.
I have a jar of peanut butter in the truck so that when I get hungry in my lorry, so that I can I just take a scoop of peanut butter and eat it. But Guillermo Ortiz Rodriguez is 5'8". Okay, that's pretty good. Where's my fellow 5'7" short kings at?
Yeah, but Mike the Musical Beast, you know something though? I envy you shorter guys because
they can live in stone houses in the middle of England. They can live in those little stone houses. I mean, I could never live in one of those.
You're such a bastard, you Sky.
That's amazing. That was what I would prefer. I can't live in one of those beautiful those quaint little townhouses that you guys have.
I heard 7 ounces is a good amount of protein. Men need about 45 to 50 grams of protein a day.
But you get most of that in like regular food, so you're gonna be all right. Like,
yeah, you'll be all right eating normally. Yeah,
gluten
definitely.
is protein.
If you have 2,500 calories a day, you'll be getting your protein intake definitely. But if you want to increase protein, then you've really got to make an effort.
If you're trying to get those vegan gains,
wow! I'll tell you what, yeah, mate. I am impressed.
I'm not. No, I wasn't lying. Like, I'm not fucking.
I didn't say you were lying.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think you're looking good there, mate.
Well, thanks.
Keep it up.
I always been blessed that when I start working out, I get like kind of immediate results. But I also have like, this is kind of a harder thing, so I've cut the beer out.
What was you slapping then? Your testicles or your ass?
My testicles. That they always get in the way of my squats. It's why leg days are so hard for me. It's like I can't do the squats. I get caught in the machine. Yeah, absolutely. So what were you gonna say? Why do you like short men? Why do you like short men?
Because when they're in the gym, they just really put on a really good size quickly and they can lift a lot heavier stuff. I'm not built to lift, to squat heavy stuff. And what you'll find as well, Sky, is your bands will be okay. Yeah, you'll get some nice results from it, but then you're going to have to take the next step if you want to sort of really go for it. But yeah, short men.
Well, let me
you
get to
know,
the first
chest
thing.
press and-
Right now, I'm living in hotels. I'm trying to work into my routine, so it's like a must do every day. I have the things that Lifting Logic. Vegan Stallion is a fan. Maybe you can tell me, Vegan Stallion, because I do have fun with poking fun at him, since he kind of drew first blood. I was being nice, and he was shitbird to me. So, you know, I like to poke fun. It's okay. You can be a fan. I'm a fan too. I still watch his stuff. I still watch Lifting Logic stuff. I just I like to make fun of him. So, because he made fun of me, he was really shitty to me. So there you go. I still love you, Vegan Stallion. I think Lifting Logic, I still like his work. I still watch him. I bought the goddamn workout equipment that he suggested. So, you know, there you go. But is Lifting Logic, is he how big is he? Is he like tall and thick as well? Like, is he like Vegan Gains, like 260? How, because he looks ripped as well.
Short people live longer, maybe. What?
Short people do live longer. That's true.
Why?
Yeah. There's a lot of reasons, but a lot of times taller people, they take dumber jobs. They get their heads chopped off more easily, stuff like that. But also they get murdered more, all sorts of stuff. But also, like, really tall people, they get organ failure and stuff like that. They have to carry all that weight. There's lots of different reasons. They just don't live as long. On average, short people do live longer. It's true. It is true. Manlets will go extinct in a few years, starting with me, endangered species. LVL, oh, you know, okay. Lifting Logic is 5'10" and 180 pounds. That's actually smaller than I thought he was. I thought he was way bigger than that, honestly.
No, I didn't think he was tall. You can usually tell.
Oh, I meant like I thought he was, because he looks so fucking. He looks like he weighs 220 or something like that. He looks ripped in his pictures, at least. Maybe he's not as big as he used to be, but the pictures always make him look like a beast. But I don't know. Are you still? I'm gonna look like Corin Sutton at the end of this.
No, you're not. No, you're not. You like your food too much, mate.
No one will ever look like Corin Sutton.
I've been under Corinne's guidance for a year, mate, and yeah, I was looking at wood. Have you heard of wood chip wallpaper?
No.
Wood chip. We have a really cheap wallpaper in the UK, and it's like wallpaper with little bubbles on it. And
Oh yeah,
inside
they do it in Germany too. Yeah.
And inside there's a little piece of wood, and I was looking at the wood chip wallpaper, thinking, there's nice chewable pieces of wood in that wallpaper with no calories. I was just like, I was on 1,600 calories a day, right? You could probably shit more than that, mate. You know what I mean? There's a lot of shit and piss going on in this stream today, isn't there, mate?
Well, when you're on, I try to bring it. So I wonder if, like, so Corin Sutton, he must be, because he's tall.
No,
and
he's not tall.
Oh, he's not.
No,
he looks like a monster as well. I mean, that guy's probably like the fittest vegan activist out there.
He's smaller than you think. It really is an illusion. I'd say he's up to there on me.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
damn.
yeah, and he's really small, but
he looks like a goddamn Greek statue.
He looks great. I mean, when I was on Veganville with him, right? Yeah. They cut this out. They didn't. I don't know why they didn't let this through. Corinne said, "Hey Dan, it was just before a show, right? He was going to do a show in Wales, South Wales, and he said, "Will you rub some false tan on me, please?" And so I started rubbing this false tan on him. Don't spit your water. Don't spit your water out. Don't swallow, Sky. Swallow.
All right.
And I turned around to the camera and I just went, I can't believe I'm rubbing tanning lotion on a black guy. It was like,
why did they cut that out? I have no idea.
I don't know. It probably could have been misconstrued or something, but it was like, you know, but for the shows, they've got to have this sort of gloss to them, sort of look to them. So it was really weird. I just found that really strange. I wonder if they work out, like you pick up, oh God.
Pick up
backyard eggs and feathers and use them to find dinosaurs in the oil.
Oh, thank you. That was funny. Swallow. Yeah, that's right. It's Alpha Sophist. Alpha Sophist thinks that the Democrats are going to, I saw this here somewhere, that Democrats are going to end the end the world, but really I think tribalism will end the planet. Don't worry. Finger pointing will end us all. On the floor is a rights violation, but why do we want to use it? We don't need to use feathers regardless. If they were taking abused birds or random feather on the ground, animal use leads to abuse. It happens every time. It's veganism. I'm not saying that he ain't vegan. I'm saying that his idea about that is not a vegan idea. That's all. It's not that hard. But yeah. So I don't know. I feel like I'm getting like I feel sore every day, and that's a good feeling, you know.
Yeah, it is nice.
You know, I'm like,
get some frozen cherries to put in your smoothie. Frozen black cherries.
So what somebody suggested was that I on the road use, because I have a stipend and I can use my stipend and I can buy a little blender and make myself smoothies. Maybe I should go on a caloric deficiency. Maybe I should.
Why would you want to do that? No, why would you want to do that? You've only just started. You're nowhere near. You're bulking now. You don't want to be stripping. Just get into the habit of tracking your calories just to see what you're having. You need to get MyFitnessPal, download MyFitnessPal and record and just. It seems about it, but it's got a scanner on it that you can. Hang on a minute, let me show you.
You can't scan like tofurkey slices and things like that, like the shit that I'm eating. Half a loaf of bread and tofurkey, half a baguette, not like a loaf of bread, half a baguette and turkey slices. Stretch your hamstring, Sky. Okay, thank you. I will. I'll stretch those hammies. Yeah, today I need to do more leg stuff. I went and got a massage yesterday, and that was delightful. A Georgia person gave me a massage. She's like, "How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all come here off? Y'all come in here?" People in Georgia, they all talk like this. You know, the one of the striking things that you realize when you're in the South is that it's almost all black people down here. Almost everyone I interact with is a black person. And it makes you wonder how the Republicans have maintained power down here when everyone is black. What is that?
Right, that's the MyFitnessPal. Okay.
Okay, MyFitnessPal.
So what I'm going to do is
scan the UPC. Okay, got it. It scanned.
And then it tells you.
Oh my god. Roast chicken and stuff.
It tells you how many calories per 100
How the hell
gram.
does it know that?
So then it adds to your day. And at the end of the day, your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, right? At the end of the day, you can see that you're hitting your targets on your calories. And once you do that, and after a while, you won't have to use the app anymore because you'll be able to physically see and know from habit, right, that's so many calories, which I can do now. So that's how you have to do it, because people, this is why people fail in diets, because they don't know how many calories they're eating, you know? And it's not easy to tell.
I'll usually just stop eating is what I'll do. I'll just be like, oh, I'm going to stop eating, and that'll be it. So that's usually how
the Maximilian Kolbe film be out? It will be out next year sometime, Paul Campbell, but it won't be out at all if they don't pay me, because I will be saying, don't use my image in that film.
Oh, they got to pay you.
Yeah, they got to pay me, yeah. So.
If you pay me. Sky can be a basketball playing bodybuilder. I like basketball, but I don't like games that people chase around spherical objects because people take them far too seriously. It's very difficult to play a friendly game of anything involving a ball. Have you ever noticed that? Dogs, humans, all animals seem to lose their shit when they see a spherical object. I don't know what it is. I think it has something to do with the irrational number of pi, but for some reason, if you try to have a friendly game of soccer, football, people go nuts. All of a sudden they're like ankle checking you and tackling you and shit. And you're like, we're playing a friendly game. I'm not trying to get injured here. You try to play American football, like, hey, let's throw the old football around for a bit. And people like will tackle you and give you a concussion like they're playing in the NFL. And you're like, have you ever played softball? Like, what do you guys do? In England, you guys have sometimes like different offices and they'll start like a league. Like what we'll do, we'll start a softball league and different offices will play other offices. They'll start a little team and on the weekends they'll meet and they'll play like a little softball.
Yeah,
league.
we have Sunday league football where amateurs
do?
play
Okay.
football. Yeah. We have white collar boxing, which
They
is
box?
basically white collar boxing. Yeah, we've got rounders, we've got netball. Obviously, women's football is pretty big now. I mean, who'd have thought it? Women playing football.
I
They'll be
always knew that was-
driving cars next. You
Can I
know what
tell
I
you-
mean?
Can I tell you, I thought that 20 years ago, I thought that women's soccer football would be a huge hit because America has the most soccer players in the world. People forget that. More people play soccer in America than any country in the world.
Per capita?
And yeah, we play so much. And the reason why is because youth soccer for women. Girls play soccer. Almost every girl you meet played soccer as a kid. Every grown woman you meet played soccer as a girl. It's extremely common here. And I'm like, this is going to be huge. If it's as soon as they figure out how to make money off of this shit, it's going to be gigantic. And look at that. It's become massive.
Hannah
Makes perfect-
Moore on vegan. Is Hannah Moore on vegan?
It's supposed to be
Restricting
Hannah
calories
Moore.
is not good because it causes your body to go into starvation mode and hold on to calories fat longer. Calories are not the problem. It is the type of calories. Totally agree, Hannah. However, the point is what people do, they're eating more. What I'm saying to Sky is I'm not telling him to restrict his calories. What I'm asking him to do is to track his calories to see what he's actually having, because a lot of people have more calories than they burn off. And it's very hard to, what I'm trying to say is very hard to judge, especially when you're a meat eater and you eat a couple of chicken breasts, which fills your stomach by about that much, when you can eat like sweet potatoes, a kilo of sweet potatoes, and it's only half the calories of 2 chicken breasts. It's like,
It's
people
true.
eat way too much, and they
So
don't even know.
I decided to start traveling with just nuts and apples in the car, in the truck cab, because so when I snack, I'm not snacking on cookies or some other shit, when I'm driving long distance. So now I'll have an apple or banana, but apples travel really well, bananas too, but bananas go bad so quickly,
Red apples are really good, and they actually help asthmatics. It's good for asthma.
Really?
Yes, and an apple is more potent at waking you up in the morning than a coffee. You know that. I'm full of useless information. Alpha Sophist says you can't make money being a failure in sports. Tell that to Eddie the Eagle Edwards. Tell that to Eddie the Eagle. He was a total failure in ski jumping. He was the only British ski jumper. You tell him about you can't make money being a failure in sports, because he made millions.
I bought some green apples. I don't know what they are. Just they looked tasty at the store. So anyway, I just thought that it was. I probably won't be playing any sports. That's not really my thing. I'm more of a chess player, honestly. I like running, but running is like my jam. That's another reason. Something that keeps me out of the gym is when I'm really running. But now, because like I'm in a different town all the time, I don't really feel comfortable running in strange environs. I used to be okay with it, but like around these hotels and stuff, there's always dodgy people out there, and I don't want to be running around where there's sketchy people. Sketchy people seem to always be milling about.
Well, there's money to be made from tourists, and it's always the case. And you might be an inhabitant of the United States of America, but you are still a tourist. So,
sort of, yeah. I'm an unsuspected. For all they know, I've got a bunch of cash on me or something like that. The chicken truck that I'm driving actually got stolen in Portland, Oregon. They cut the entire. So you know how a lorry truck, the roll top back, when it rolls back, it's got that latch that's got that hook. It's like a hook that goes under. So rather than try to cut the lock off of that and open it, they cut into the wall, into the truck, and took out the entire hardware. And so anyway, they stole the truck, drove it, and they there's nothing in the truck. There's nothing in the truck. It's so funny. It's an empty truck. It's all for the image. It's a gag truck. So they stole this truck, vandalized it, and got nothing out of it. I think that's pretty funny,
I think that's hilarious.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that no one has it. Why are you running? Why are you running? I'm not running. I'm not running right now because of yeah, the only time
Why are you saying things twice? Why are you saying things twice?
because I'm not running. Because I'm not running. Yes, our body is on fructose and glucose. We need carbohydrates and sugars, fruits, especially vegetables as well. Absolutely. I'll be doing that, but don't ask me to give up my coffee. I'm as addicted to caffeine as my friend is to nicotine. Let's see. STEM skills guarantee a greater success, earning money and trying to support. If you're a doctor, you can. I say do what you love, and if you do what you love, you'll never work a single day in your life. How about
You
that?
you people try being an actor for a profession. If I had to rely on acting to keep this roof over my head, I'd be out on the streets starving by now. I'd be walking around with a begging bowl.
They stole it before I had it. They stole it on I think on the last tour. They've repaired the truck and now I have it. So it hasn't been that bad. An apple a day keeps the doctor away.
Yeah, because if you get a load and you see him coming up the path, just launch him at him. You know what I mean?
Launch him at the doctor. Get out of here, doctor.
Get out of here, doc.
Doctor Who. So the anyway, so I've been so the truck is now its own thing. This isn't roast chicken and stuffing. Brilliant.
Serves 3 people. No, that's serving 1. Me.
Just the one. I guess then you'll have to triple the calorie when you put it onto MyFitnessPal. You'll have to time.
Yeah, just set it up, mate, and have a. You can do YouTube and have a look at YouTube to see how you set it up and everything. You set your max calories. You have to set your max calories, your macros, so your fat, your protein.
Is this a free thing?
And your carbs. Yeah, it's free. It's free. But there's certain bits of it you can't do. But I think you can set your carb balance, your macros up. But it's only like £2.50 to buy anyway, so it's not really out there to buy.
Ian Platt said, well, we all know people love to eat food, so by eating a plant-based diet, you can eat so much food since they're lower in calories. A lot of animal eaters count their calories since they don't want to overconsume calories because eating animals high in calories. Yeah, I've noticed. So I did buy some dark chocolate covered pretzels. And they're vegan, of course, but I noticed that the calories and stuff was way lower just because there's no milk in it. I thought that was a bit surprising, actually. Grumpy's family.
Nobody around me is vegan. Nobody around me. Nobody out there. Nobody around me.
It's always shocking. How did you guys find vegan jobs? I feel like it's almost impossible in certain countries.
I haven't got a vegan job. It's just not an abusive job. I carry wine, which could be not vegan or it could be vegan.
You carry mostly wine?
I carry only wine.
Oh.
30 tons of it at a time.
Oh, wow. That sounds pretty fun. I think I could do that job. I was always thinking about, I think it'd be fun to do truck driving in California because I know people in California, they go up and down. Because such a big state, they can come home every couple of days rather than do what I'm doing. But I found a vegan job because I applied at PETA. That's why. So PETA is the largest animal rights organization in the world, and if you're lucky enough, they might give you a job. They have paid positions. They're not well-paid positions, but it's better to me. Making far less money than I used to. I still feel like it's more rewarding because I'm not working to enrich someone else. At the end of the day, what I'm doing is not to make anybody rich. I'm doing something that I hope will make a difference. And at least it's worth trying. So that's it. Remember when George W. Bush... What?
Nothing. I'm going to challenge you. I've decided. I'm going to give you a challenge. Right. So when I go back to the gym in the new year, in 4 weeks' time, I'm going to challenge you to we'll get so you can get the best body by.
Oh, they're going to try
in 6 months.
Match. In 6 months, who can get the best body?
Yeah.
Well, that's going to be you, man.
Why is it going to be me? You've got stats on me. So
no, but I might get bulky or lift more, but that's like my body type.
Aesthetically, just the look.
I won't be able to compete. I won't be able to compete because like I will always have more fat on my body than I want. Yeah,
So will I. I'm not gonna have a six pack or anything.
I've seen you with your shirt off, and you always have like you're always lean. You're like the lean skinny bitch, lean skinny queen machine. I know, like you're like Lightning McQueen. You've always got give me that bullshit. Try to get me into a deal I can't win. I can't win against that. That's a challenge I can't do. If it were like, hey Sky, let's work out for 6 months and see who can bench press more, I think I could do that. But I don't think aesthetically I'll ever be able to.
Oh yeah, right. So you reckon you can bench what? Right? Okay, then that's the deal. Go for it.
I think that would be possible, is what I'm saying.
Right, let's do that. Let's do a bench press comp in June next year.
Lizzo is vegan and weighs 300 pounds. Oh fuck! And she's probably 5'1", you know. Oh god.
Grumpy has a great jawline. Yeah.
You look like a Polish doctor of some sort. I almost got a job at PETA, but they wanted me to get vaxxed, even though the job was going to be remote. LOL.
Why would they want you to be vaxxed? Why?
I don't know. They wanted proof of vaccination when I got the job. So, but I had already had to get vaxxed to work in hospitality. There was no option. There's not like there was an option for me. So there was no way to get around that as far as I was. If I didn't live with a cat that depends on me, I'd apply for a PETA job. Give your cat to your roommate. Apply. I think you'd be great for it. I think they'd love to have you. Yeah.
Take your cat with you.
You can't take
pizza for God's sake.
You can't take animals with you on the road.
Who says?
They do. Yeah, you can't take the animal with you on the road.
Elderly bears omnivore. Take your cat with you, but don't tell them.
They would find out.
You wouldn't find out. God, you're such a kiss ass, you Sky. You're such an absolute. I'm not bending the rules. Kiss ass. Stop it.
No, that's
rules
not
are there
me.
to be tested. Rules are there to be tested, not to be obeyed. Why are you some sort of SS guard? Is that what you are?
Oh, how dare you? No, I'm not at all. Do what you want.
I was
Break the
following
rules.
orders. I was following the orders. I was told that I have to do. Stop it.
Heinrich.
Test them.
Heinrich Himmler. I was just following the orders of the Führer.
Oh, screen recorded that. Brilliant. We'll send that over
Perfect.
to Rog now.
Trigger warning. Content warning. I'm not sure Lizzo knows and understands what being vegan is about. She probably thinks it's a dietary preference, or who knows, she may be even doing a plant-based diet for weight loss. Oh, I don't think she cares about the weight loss, but I know she had a big problem that she was fat shaming people, and like
Who's
Beyonce
Lizzo?
pulled out of the tour. Just a singer. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
She's a singer. She's really big, and she's really big, if you know what I mean. Yeah. SS Skylar and SS Grumpy. There you go. When I joined college, I took 5 vaccine injections in a year. I have only done the one and done. I did the one and done because I knew that I didn't want to do multiple injections. So I did the Johnson & Johnson, and that's all I've ever done because all they wanted was me to get one shot. And so I did. I got one shot, and that was it. That was all they wanted to get back to normal. So I was like, fine. Just, you know what? If that's what I got to do to keep my job and to keep everything going, fine.
Grumpy, I can bench more than you. Listen, Lebanese Laura, you cannot bench more than me. I just want to do a big shout out to Laura. She's been a great friend to me. She's one of my very few best friends. And she's always there for me. So I love you, Laura. She's great. Even if she's Lebanese.
Friendly vegan on TikTok. I don't know if has she been banned yet. Is she still on there?
Yeah, she's still on there.
I've been on TikTok lately, but I don't interact on there because I turned off comments on my shit. I'm getting a lot of people watching, but I don't. Yeah, TikTok is TikToxic. I like how much Lizzo promotes plant-based eating, though. Even her commenters say how delicious it looks when she's eating on her TikToks. Yeah, all right. When you prepare for Mr. Olympia, you might be injection every week, Sky. Maybe. right here, right into the bicep, like Drago.
No, don't do that. It hurts.
In Richard in Rocky 4, he was like doing it, and they injected him right into the because he's a dirty Russian who cheats. Anyway, that was a good show. Thank you so much for joining me, Grumpy Vegan Granddad.
Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure. I love it in my solitary solo life that I live here in the Hobbit world of the Dales and Lancashire. It's always nice to connect across the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah, it really is. And it's nice to talk to people and see that everybody's out there and people give you lovely comments. It's always nice to receive it.
Right. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about community. Is there anything that you're working on or anything that you'd like to mention before we go?
Yeah, just keep your eye on my channel. Hi, I'm talking posh now, aren't I? Listen, people, keep your eye on my channel. On the 9th of December, I shall be going to one of the biggest slaughterhouses in Europe. It's for the supermarket chain Morrison's, and I will be going with Manchester Pig Save on their second vigil of the year up there, and I will try my hardest not to cause trouble, although it's doubtful. I will probably cause trouble. But that will be popping up on my channel soon. Thank you for everybody who's sticking with me on my channel. I know content isn't going up a lot, but I may get back into it. I may not. It's just with my mind. My mind's in overdrive, and yeah, everything's happening. But yeah, I'll be fine, and we'll. Grumpy, you look great with dreads. Yes, I would look great with hair, mate, in the first place. So thanks for that ethically based ex-omnivore.
How old were you when you started losing it?
I was very lucky. I was almost 40 before I started really losing it. But the problem was I shaved it anyway, even though I had a full head of hair. I still shaved it. So I've always had this look about me. So.
You were shaving anyway, and then you were like, "God damn it! Now that I want it,
I want dreadlocks now." Yeah,
I wish I keep on finding streaks of silver in my hair. I might shave it off if it goes silver. I don't know if
I've seen a thing about dreadlocks actually, because there's a few idiots out there who don't like white people having dreadlocks, saying it's cultural appropriation, and it's absolute. I hate all that stuff. You take bits of other people's cultures, and we always have done, and it's not appropriation at all. But there's actually been studies found
with their hair is like as old as that's so ridiculous.
Yeah, but dreadlocks were actually they've actually found dreadlocks on I think it's either the Vikings or Saxons or some ancient group that used to knock about in Europe. So yeah.
Of course they were. I mean, it's perfectly normal for people to do stuff to their hair throughout history. It's not a cultural appropriation. But, I don't have a problem with people who have dreadlocks or anything. I think that's more like a kind of a 1960s reaction, just like, cut your hair and you long-haired hippies, like that type of thing. Like, have you ever seen Easy Rider?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert, everybody. Easy Rider, a movie that came out 50 fucking years ago. The scene where Jack Nicholson gets killed because the people in town are just like, oh well, he's riding around with these hippies, and we just think that he's a loser because of it. We just don't like him because of it. I think
there's a few songs come from the text of that as well, from some of the
Easy Rider.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some.
It's a great film.
I've used it. Yeah.
I remember the first time I saw it, it moved me because it really did feel like, when you try to live outside the mainstream, people want to kick you back into it. People want to hammer you. The nail that sticks out gets hammered down. And I know people criticize it now because it's a little weird, but I thought that movie was great. Yeah. Easy Rider. Captain America, how he's dressed like Captain America. So great. White people are so friggin' white.
I know. I look yellow for some reason.
Yeah. Well, they weren't 6, but they went down to my arse. He had really long dreads that says our friend ethically based ex-omnivore in Oklahoma. Billie Eilish, Lizzo, etc., if they even know about their existence of these docus. Vegan celebrities, we talk about them around here. They're really difficult because you got to take everything they say with a grain of salt. And we started off this sesh talking about Joaquin Phoenix, and he's, I think, not, he's doing stuff that isn't vegan. Is he vegan is the question. Well, he might be. He's an animal rights activist, sure, but he's doing a lot of non-vegan shit. So you tell me. It's kind of like lifting somebody's logic. He says stuff that isn't vegan all the time, and it bugs me. But is he vegan? I don't know, because he's talking about thought experiments and stuff. I don't know if he is or not. I'm not the gatekeeper. I just get riled up easily. Dan. That's all.
We all do. We all get riled up. It can be riling. But what we've got to do is we've got to sort of just accept different people's views on things. I mean,
that's how I feel. I feel like I can disagree with somebody. I had a Baza Ciel last night on the show. I disagree with a lot of what he says, but I still like him. Like,
let's just talk quickly before we go about Joaquin, right? So let's just say Joaquin rocks up on the set, yeah, and he's saying, well, you need to ride a horse for this scene. It's got to be done. The horses are being used in servitude anyway. Will it hurt the horse? Is it a sturdy enough horse? How long will you give the horse a rest? Will you make sure this horse goes to a sanctuary for the rest of its life? You don't know what is done behind the scenes. And until that point, I don't think we should demonize him too much, because what we've got to do is like the carbon footprint thing. We can offset our carbon footprint by doing something good, like planting trees, etc., etc., etc. So I don't think we should sort of demonize him straight away about what he's done until we know the facts of what he did previously and what he did to set that up and what the story is behind it all. I'm not saying what he's done is good, but we've all got to do things. How many people in the chat who may be disagreeing with me now are getting into taxis with leather seats? How many people? So there's lots of things. Nobody's perfect. We can't be perfect vegans in a non-vegan world. It's impossible.
It does, though. First of all, everyone should be able to stand some scrutiny. I think we should be criticizing our heroes, and he is one of those guys that voices Dominion and Earthlings. He's like one of those.
It takes a lot of guts when you're in a career that shuns this sort of thing to speak up about it, to go into the Oscars and the Emmys and the BAFTAs or whatever and speak up about it, because you can literally hear the sighs when vegans start speaking. It's like, oh, this fucking shit. It's like, it takes a lot of guts and balls, because as outsiders, it's a tough call. It's a tough call to be consistent and stand up to and walk the opposite direction than 6 billion people walk in the opposite direction to them. It's a hard thing to do for everybody.
You're absolutely right. But we should also criticize him. He's not beyond reproach. And
no, he's not at all. But neither are you. Neither am I.
Totally. And if I say something that doesn't sound vegan, I get called out for it. I think that that's perfectly reasonable. And same thing with Gaines and Logic and all of the shit, Durian Ryder, or any of these people who say things to me that like aren't vegan. We should be calling that out and be like, hold on a second. But I'm not saying those people aren't vegan. I mean, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that what they do sometimes doesn't seem so vegan to me. It is not better for a vegan to abuse an animal than a non-vegan. You're absolutely right. If Joaquin doesn't do that role, someone else will do it. Yeah, but I mean, that's like saying if someone doesn't go to, if I don't eat at Chick-fil-A, somebody will eat at Chick-fil-A. That doesn't really work. They should have updated Napoleon, like Romeo and Juliet, have Napoleon ride a motorcycle. I think they should have done something where they do it more artistic and stylistic, but that's the trend right now in America, is to make things so uber realistic that it's I don't know. I don't like that. I don't like this trend of everything being super realistic. I wish we could get a little bit more surrealistic in our filming. And
I think AI is going to solve the problem of using animals in the film industry anyway. So
It sort of already
Well-
has, but there's just some holdouts, like a 90-year-old film director named Ridley Scott, who is still making movies for some reason about a long dead emperor. Like, it's not a story that needed to be told. The story of Napoleon Bonaparte was not begging to be told. We all know the story of Napoleon Bonaparte. So, and if you don't know it, then read a fucking book or watch any of the countless movies that have already been made about him. It's just like I just think it's so dumb. Yeah, I remember that one time when Sky did a veganism, and I was all like, "Wow, you were such a freaking vegan, bro." What? Durian Rider is definitely not vegan. Well, that's a discussion for another day. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Thank you, Grumpy Vegan Granddad, for hanging out with me. I appreciate you. All the way from Augusta, Georgia, and all the way from somewhere in the middle of the Shire in England.
Oldham.
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 Oldham,
as we pronounce it.
Is that what you say? Oldham?
Oldham.
Oh my God. Well, there you go. Bye, everybody.
It's
You know what I didn't do is the affirmation. I'm gonna do an affirmation really fast. Stick around, Grumpy. See you, Grumpy.
I'll stick around.
You stick around? Okay, stick around. This is your affirmation for vegans only. Vegans only. If you're not vegan, get the hell out of here. I am not standard issue. As I look around me and observe the nature of my fellow humans, it becomes immediately apparent that the standard variant is degraded. It is not that we are built differently, but that the bar has been set so low as to become sub-aspirational. It's up to me to inspire the rest. Humankind has always been mired in the gutters, but some of us are looking at the stars. It's my obligation to point out those starry dynamos in the machinery of night, because I am not standard issue. You are not standard issue. Thank you, vegans. Thank you so much for being here. Keep going.
It's so hard to not abuse animals.
Carnies can fuck themselves. Go fuck themselves.
This is a show of all vegans. This is a show of all vegans. This is a show of all
Thank you, everybody who is still around. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And thank you to Patreon subscribers and channel members. You make the world go round for me. This is my dream, to be full-time activism. And, of course, the bills ain't getting paid by PETA alone. I promise you that. Illegitimy, non-carborundum. Don't let the bastards grind you down, because I need you, and we need each other. And God damn it, the aminals